Get their drive started. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Chuck Clark, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kenyon Drake on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. The Cardinal offense not going anywhere. They'll stay out and go for 2. Murray going to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful.
Ravens 14. Zane Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And fights through one man. And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Touchdown,
Lamar Jackson, 78 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability.
Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Boy, still a half-plus to play, but it is a 2-score game. They're going to go onside kick early. And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going. They can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. shotgun now from Murray. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Let's get off the field. 48 for Mike. Let's go.
They do go for it. It's Murray. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Take over first
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Jackson.
Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. So the Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Murray to air it out again, escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
1-yard line.
He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. Where the Cardinals push further out in front.
For the extra point.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A big play there just before halftime. 65 yards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
St. Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter.
All you got to do is look and learn.
Deep.
Look and learn, baby.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score, a fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Cardinals 46, Ravens 22. Zane Gonzalez to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the
6-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
He's going deep for Brown. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. He uncorks it for Snead. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 46 yards.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third.
58, right over there.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Fitzgerald's got it right side. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard
So
line.
1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Check, 48 to Mike.
Operating from the gun. Murray dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown Cardinals. Kyler Murray, 45 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted.
The conversion is no good on the fake extra point.
There you go. There you go.
Zane Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score, a fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
59, Ravens 22. Zane Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score, a fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that will extend this big lead.
Zane Gonzalez.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long.
48 to Mike.
Jackson now. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
To J.K. Dobbins. A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. It got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Well, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Phoenix, Arizona is the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. 3rd quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming. They'll run with a rookie 2nd rounder. It's J.K. Dobbins.
That's what it is, baby. That's what it is.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce on it.
And for the offense, the training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball comes loose, you've got to get on it, make sure that you recover it, or make sure you punch it out of the end zone. Anything but give it to the defense to score a touchdown.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call
for Arizona.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
48. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Undercross.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Squeeze, double. Check.
Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. He's got a man. Complete. The 20, 10, 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Ravens, they claw one back. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets into the end zone. We'll give him credit. They're not going to take this deficit lying down. They get 2 closer here on the fake extra point. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched him before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Check 48 to Mike. Know your job. Mike 48.
Murray now on 1st down. Caught on the left side. Fitzgerald. 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Larry Fitzgerald. 47 yards. And the Cards continue to pour it on. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. Oh, and he pulled it right. It's no good.
No good. Zane Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
If you were
near
me,
the back of the
you
end
do
zone.
this too.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Devon Kennard came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. To try again after the sack. Jackson flush in trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. That's something you have to be wary of on your side of the field, that close to the goal line. The defense, they are looking for that football. They got it. They scored it.
You are so right, and the quarterback has to speed things up himself. So close to the goal line, they're going to get after you, make sure you get rid of the football and in a safe place.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's Sam Cook now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts, and in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Murray. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
48 for Mike.
They're going for it. Hits Murray. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson going for it all. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now left side on the swing pass. My word, it'll be nothing short of a monstrous loss on the play, and it's going to be third down and forever. The Ravens on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be third and a mile. Jackson from the shotgun. And going deep downfield for Boykin. Oh, and for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 47. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but...
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he is not going to get to the goal line. And for the first time here this afternoon, they are thwarted on the two-point conversion.
Zane Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Buda Baker with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up first and goal at the 5. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Back to throw it. Murray. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
To kick off for Arizona.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Zane Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. and never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows, you may meet up with this team again.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think.
I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Murray's pass.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Here's Murray. He'll set up the screen to Drake. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team is picked.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he is not going to get to the goal line. And for the first time here this afternoon, they are thwarted on the 2-point conversion.
Zane Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
This taken in about 4 yards deep.
And deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the ring.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
Zane Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And this carries into the end zone.
And deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And it's no good. It has not been
Zane Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to...
Oh, my, he'll take this out of the side of the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.